I'd like to start off by saying that this is mainly going to probably end up being a solo series or just a series that I'm primarily going to do. I may have a friend show up every so often, or I may have someone that wants to join me, but overall, this is going to be a me thing, and I would like to invite you to help me in this Shindo life world. I would also like to start off by introducing myself. I am Psychonix, Psychonix, whichever one you would prefer to call me. Right now, this series is mainly going to be we're going to unlock everything and anything eventually in this game, but I want you guys to suggest to me in the comments on what I should try and use and get, as well as for PvP, PvE, and just in general what would benefit your guys' enjoyment for the series. Just as a heads up, all of the editing, recording, and just everything is done by me. Okay, so expect there to be some inconsistencies, some faulty parts. Just not everything's going to be perfect, and I want you to know this, as I am not perfect. Nobody is. So now you shall continue to the video. Hello, I am Psychonix. I'm here to be recording for Shindo Life, Noob to Pro, no money spent. If you see Bloodline bag, that's because I redeemed the code. I also redeemed the other code for the server creator, and I'm gonna redeem a couple of the other codes and start spinning for Bloodline, so then I could try and start off. What I'm gonna be doing though is I'm going to be making tier lists based off of what I think is good for PvP and PvE. Just need to add the stuff to this one first, but uh, after that, I'm gonna take your suggestions and try them out for both PvE and PvP, as well as elements as well if needed. And as you can see, brand new account, nothing in the RC shop, and then we're gonna just keep grinding until I eventually get and master everything. Of course, I'm not going to show you all of the spinning and everything, so first we're just going to tell you a little bit of the rules. So, mainly, it's going to be about 4 bloodlines every episode, maybe more if you give me some really easy ones like ice, mud, some like the lower level ones that I don't need to grind too much to be able to get. Uh, I'll be grinding anything that you guys tell me to, and if there's nothing that I'm being told, then I'll just grind whatever I feel like is best for the scenario. My main goal is to give a tier list at the end based on whether it is either going to be the best of the best PvE, you should always use it, or like a sleeper that nobody else knows about. It'll be the same for PvP as well. By the end of each recording, I will show either a list of it in the comments or in the description of all the bloodlines that I have, so then you can pick and choose, as well as bosses or abilities that I haven't gotten. What I will do is also put up questions on like, hey, what should I use for taijutsus? What should I use for PvP builds? And not everything's going to be final. Everything can and will be most likely re-ranked on the PvP scale, but PvE is almost always going to be final unless something else shows up, which then I will change them. So this is all that we obtained when spinning. You're also going to get a little sneak peek into the future of what I've gotten, what I've changed my drip to. A couple tail beast items. So again, this is everything, mostly everything that I spun. It's going to be a long list. So yeah, again, uh, give me what you want. I'll redo skins if needed, and even though they'll most likely be placed on the same scale, doing skins will still benefit me in the end, as it will show, okay, now that I have better things in the future, now I could also use it. Or I could use this better, or I could use that better. So again, re-ranking's always possible, and this will all be unlocked eventually, especially Rel. I don't care what happens. Alright, so this is what I decided to go with my bloodlines in the end. These
Share
are
screen.
my this is
Share
this is
screen.
this is my friend Dizzy. He's probably gonna be joining eventually. I also have
Okay,
combustion and cement from earlier that I got,
so we're
and
not sharing a screen.
I am sharing my screen.
Sorry.
And
You can scroll.
unlike those people on YouTube that I've been seeing that just like go straight for the they just go straight for the boss because they have their overpowered friends helping them.
Like
I'm
me?
no, you're starting new with me, okay, bud. Yeah, graphics big changed. I'm really happy about that.
So the only one I don't have is code guided. I have I have like everything else. I have Lucky Guide, Chic. I have everything, even Rel. I just don't have code guided, which is crazy because I should have.
I love the new tree jumping system. That's actually a really cool system.
Am I gonna end up having to rebuy Bud?
After dissing the entirety of Shindo community right now, I decided to start grinding some of the basic star quests. As you can see in the background, I started doing a couple of them until I realized, man, I'm really not getting any XP from these. So, started to realize more and more that those people were indeed kind of right to do that with the bosses. But anyways, I then decided to start putting my stats in, changing my settings, making sure that everything was fine. And then I decided, hey, might as well start moving on to the scroll quests, you know? Corrupt Ember
Make it seem like we're playing Black
Ninjas.
Ops 2 right now. Like,
It's kind of there.
hmm. All right. So, come to spend some Robux.
Okay, buddy. I'm doing completely free to play.
I got money.
I ain't.
I'm rich. I got money. Okay. Got a car.
Now I'm just gonna say, I ain't gonna put you through all that. I put nothing in taijutsu, so it was bad. I sat there for like almost 2-3 minutes of just fighting them, and I messed up badly. So after fixing my stats and then continuing to grind a couple more of those NPCs and green quests, in between there, I thought it was a good idea to try and see if I can fight a boss. Keep in mind, I'm at like level 200s, low hundreds, and I'm thinking, I got this. Yeah, I didn't have it, I got destroyed, but then I went to go eat. After coming back, these were my stats. After farming enough of the green scroll crest, I was able to unlock Apollo Sand's transformation, as well as be able to actually use my abilities now so I could grind even more, when then my buddy Dizzy decided to join.
Oh, for real? Alright. I'm Daisy. I'm just here looking retarded. Helping Cap isn't by himself.
Huh. Okay. He really didn't know what to do for this part. I just told him to say some random things, and I mean, it's what I got, so.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
Yeah, I know. Just let me get back to the video. After he joined, I decided to try to invite him to a squad so then I could level him up a little bit so then we can both be around the same level, which I know is something that I just dissed on other YouTubers doing before, but this time I'm doing it and it's for like only 200 levels and not all the way to max, okay? It's different. Then after getting him to about 400 or so, we decided, hey, let's try and do a boss now. At this point, I think I'm what, like level 600 around there, so I pretty much can take on the bosses at this point. So we did what I like to call the gauntlet. We ran through every single boss that was on the map in a circle, just did them about once or twice, getting a couple drops on the way there. Show you a couple of them, but uh, it, it probably wasn't the best thing that we could have done with our time. We ended up mainly just like getting nothing and we died way too many times. So after all of this, we just ended up just only really having to kill Kurama and Happy just a couple times. Alright, so these next 5 minutes come from a series of 5 hours of recording, killing bosses over and over again, just for me not to get either of the tail beast spirits. So you better enjoy it, and I don't care if the background music's a little bit corny, you will like it. Now, overall, we ended up getting both of their weapons, both of their masks, Happy's element, but we did not manage to get Getsuga or any of the tailed spirits. After over almost 100 attempts at killing these bosses, we still got shafted. And at this point, we were already tired enough, so we just felt like just moving on to the next boss so then I could try max out Boruto instead. And let me tell you, this did not get any easier. He was more difficult to fight, took almost the same amount of times to kill him, And because there was no other boss to grind besides Narumaki on that same bridge, we were sitting there waiting for more than half the time because the boss takes so long to spawn. I'm going to spare you most of the montaging and just everything there, but these 4 hours just ended off just being so annoying and just ended the day with only getting the companion drop 3 times. And we didn't want to try it anymore, so we ended off the day with maxing out Apollo's Sand and almost maxing out Borimaki besides the transformation. Now it's morning time, and I wake up, decide, hey, I'm gonna grind it some more by myself. A bit comes by, and Dizzy decides to join after a bit as well, because I didn't get any more of the drops. And after a bit, we finally managed to get the Borimaki drop, fully unlocking all of Borimaki and the current set of bloodlines that I had.
I went to bed at like 2 a.m. Not 2 a.m. Yeah, 2 a.m.
Ooh, drop. Please. Yes! Yes! Finally! Finally! Third form! Oh my god. I have it now.
Oh, for real?
Finally! As you can tell, I was amazingly happy. This took almost as long as the tailed beasts, and it was just, it was painful, and we finally got it. After achieving everything that I wanted to for that first rank, I ranked up to D1, managed to put on Xeno Azure and also Sengoku, so that we can start up another grind. And then we started to fight the Seven Tails Gen 3, so that I can both unlock it for the future, and so that I can use its weapon for PvP later. After killing him the first time, I realized, hey, I have rail coins. I need to change this drip up, because man, I was looking nasty. I mean, look at it. It looks hideous. So, you know, I had to change it up a little bit. This was the end result, and my oh my, can I say I was looking spiffy. Going all here, almost spending it all just so I can get this drip for y'all. Man, I must love y'all. After fixing up my drip, we decided to go back to grinding the Seven Tails, then also moving to the Slug, getting every drop, even from the Slug, besides the Tailed Beast, when then our friend Ducky decided to join for a little bit, and I mean, I have to cut out most of his footage, because, man, he's got a sailor's mouth.
I'm a side character named Ducky. What?
I don't know why you needed to type it out. I said that that Discord can pick
I
that
know,
it can pick you up.
And hey, bro, you never know, bro. Some people need subtitles, right?
Dude, I can add the subtitles.
Nah, Michael, why, I look away, I look back for a second. Why are you typing out your name in chat? I'm a side character named Ducky.
I told him to say that.
I added in the subtitles, bro.
I'm doing that already, King. He ended up doing that a little bit for a while and just kind of ended up getting a little bit annoying at some point. But I mean, yeah, there he is. Then after an additional 4 more hours of grinding, Dizzy decided to get off for a little bit, do his own thing. Because again, I mean, he is restarting with me, but he ain't doing this with me, if you know what I mean. But yeah, then I just started to grind it by myself, and I finally got it. Oh my god, finally! It's finally here! Yes! Yes, thank god! After finally obtaining the Seven-Tailed Spirit, I decided to try and finish up working on Sengoku, which is what I ended up switching to after I maxed out Borumaki and Apollo Sand. And I also paired it with Xeno Azure as well. So I have to say this boss is my least favorite. It's just terrible. In the background, you will see me actually trying to kill the Sengoku boss for the first time. I mean, it's just a pretty bad. It's pretty bad what I did. It's a difficult boss, in my opinion, just to do solo, especially since I'm only using Xeno Dokai and what's it called, Sengoku. So it's just it's a struggle at this point, and this is the best attempt that I got. So it got pretty bad later on. And so we ended off the night about 2 hours later, which was really just 5 times killing the boss. And we ended off with Xeno Azure being at about max level, or I believe unlocked everything at least. Sengoku at about 1200, maybe a little bit higher. And overall, we just needed the boss drop and to grind a little bit more of the tailed beasts. Coming into the next morning, I forgot to click record at the first part of it, but I spent another hour or two killing Sengoku, getting the drop, and just needing to level it up. And then I went to go kill the other tailed beasts, being the Gen 1 7 tails and the Gen 3 1 tails, and actually getting them within the first 3 times of killing them. Yet I somehow just forgot to record. So, I mean, yippee.
Oh, brother, this guy's...
Eventually, I was able to start recording, though, and end up maxing out Sengoku, getting every single boss drop but the sub ability, so if you want me to grind that again in the future, I will. But I also ended up getting the same Tailed Spirit Gen 1, or to the Gen 3 one-tailed, 3 more times. And I mean, I like... this got me so mad at this point. I grinded the other bosses for so long, and it's just taunting in my face. Now we're going to move on to the tier list, though, of what I put them for PvE, and, like, in my personal opinion on how they helped me grind each of these bosses. So, starting with the tier list, this is what I have rated for PvE so far. Palo Sand is just, it's the best. It's like, it's so versatile even for solo bosses. It just does so much damage. Xeno Azure, very good. Just doesn't do as much damage, but it's still very good. A rank Sengoku, in my opinion, an early transformation that gives you a big buff as well as pretty good moves that deal a decent amount of damage, especially over time, that allows you to stack up abilities. It's just really good. Borumaki, unfortunately, just very difficult to get the transformation, in my opinion. Higher level than Sengoku. Moves just only really work out for solo bosses besides one move, but even then it just doesn't do as much damage. Yeah, that's what I did for the PvE ranking. Now comes for the part that I've been dreading to do, being the PvP part. But even though I hadn't been on in many years and going against people around my level, I managed to do pretty good in my, just in my PvP battles. I would say I definitely could use a lot of work, especially since I'm not using any meta builds or anything like that. But I'm gonna show you 3 of the fights that I had that I felt like best represented it, as well as a fight that I was able to witness between 2 people that were just going at it between meta builds. But yeah, I'd say I did pretty well. Oh, he trying to get to it. Oh, I'm using the wrong ability. Us, 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 us. Ooh. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Ooh. Ooh, damn. Ooh, 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 ooh. And using like halfway meta build. Damn. Wow. That was low key. Borumaki does a lot of damage. Now, this first fight ended up in my favor. I would say I did pretty good for going against someone who probably had some abilities that could definitely defeat me easily, but just how I was able to distract him or keep him from using his abilities, because Borumaki is just, it's pretty good. I like it in my opinion. But this second fight, I got slammed. I'm not even gonna lie. Just to trap him, right? Right? Ooh, ooh, he got me. Ooh, he got me. Ooh, let's see if I can hit him with these, right? Boom, 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 boom. Ooh, ooh, he getting me. Ooh, he getting me. Dang. Yeah, he doing some good damage though. Oh, is this like an infinite combo? Ooh, damn. Damn, GG. But now let's take a little break as I switch up my moves and show this dude's fight against his friend. I didn't get all of it because I was trying to show that I was going to change abilities, and honestly, it seemed like it might have gone on for much longer because they felt like they were not doing any damage to each other. So I apologize in advance, but here it is. I'll watch this fight, see what this like. Oh my god. Yo. This is what a fight looks like. Oh my gosh. That's crazy. Damn. Oh, now he's getting meta comboed. Now he's getting meta comboed. Lava, Dust, Apollo Sand, and Shadow. So he's got 4 abilities. That's why. I don't think I'm gonna be able to beat some of these people without these extra 4 slots. So I'm gonna set I'm gonna set a goal for the video, you know, like, or not just the video, but this entire time. I'll only ever get what I make, you know, from these videos. So if I get enough, then I'll get the elements, I'll get the bloodlines, I'll get the spin bag, I'll get the 2 times. Oh my gosh, bro. He wasn't even going full out on me either. also making the other build. I'll start making the other build, I guess now. So first we have what's it called? Sengoku clip lot 1, and then we have Xeno, Azure. We're gonna go basically the same things in here, cause I mean, I don't have a lot of these abilities that I could use. I think the only one I have that I can unlock is right here, which I don't even have enough for, and it's probably not even that good. Now going back to my fights, I decided for this one I was going to use Xeno, Azure, and Sengoku. Again, these fights were what I felt like best represented the abilities and what like I could improve on. But I'm going to leave that up to you guys, and here's the fight. Okay. Ooh. Ooh. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Yo. Yo. We restart, we restart. Okay. Ooh. Oh, ooh. That's what he did. Damn. He just... Oh my god. Whew. Now after showing you these fights, now I'm going to start to put into a tier list on what I think they are in PvP. This is where I ended off in the PvP tier list so far. Again, I've had the most success with Boromaki throughout all of them. Uh, Xeno Azure, mostly because it isn't on this list, I just use the real one, but it's it's pretty good. That both of them are like relatively equal. This one just doesn't have as much damage, and Sengoku just doesn't provide as much. Like it's not as quick with its abilities as Borumaki is, in my opinion, and it doesn't really disrupt as much. Palo Sand, it has some good disruption, a very high damaging move if you can hit it, but if it's just going to be a solo thing with that, then it's almost going to be impossible. So this is how I ended up using the tier list. And now I'm going to show you just what all the moves are, what they all do on a couple of logs, and that'll pretty much be it. Alright, first we're going to be showing all of the Sengoku. So first we have the V. Kind of bring down a little lightning strike, right? The B ability, or I guess this is the final ability though, but it's more like a counter, right? Shoots down a couple missiles, what I believe. The second ability, it kind of brings up the Amaterasu, does some decent damage. It's really able to combo with other abilities. Transform, first ability, It has the same specs as the other ones, so I'll just show those as well. M1s look really cool. Transform to the second one, has the same Q spec, or relatively same Q spec. C spec, change it to those, pretty cool. No E spec. Third form, get these nice wings, and you also, I believe, get the ability to fly. Yep, you get the ability to fly. Q and C spec, I think change. I'm just gonna wait for those to get ready real quick. Q spec, throw up something, get a bunch of meteors that fall down. You know, no E spec, surprisingly, but I mean this was a very early release in the game, from what I remember. C spec, kind of like you use it and you get to do this little combo ability. Very, very cool, in my opinion. Does a decent amount of damage as well in a 1v1. I wish I used this more in the 1v1s, but I mean, it is what it is. Second ability is going to be Xenodokai. So we just equipped its abilities real quick. First, the moves. Shoot a couple bubbles. First one. The ability. Shoot a couple water dragons. Deals solid amount of damage, plus it has a very big area of effect. And ability. Deals just like a nice area of effect damage. Pretty good damage as well. First one, just kind of get a arm. It has the same C spec as the second form, which shoots a couple bubbles, you know. This ability, which is really good for grinding bosses, especially the big bosses, deals a bunch of damage. Something cool about this ability, though, is whenever you use your abilities, you kind of like go into that mode, you know, so then you're not just M1ing as well. Solid M1s, decent amount of damage, in my opinion, just like a pretty good overall if you're beginning. The other ones will be Apollo Sand and Borumaki. First I'll show Apollo Sand. First it has this move, which is a very quick release, good disruption move. If someone's fighting and they're just like about to use a move and you know that they're about to use it, then you could use that to quickly disrupt. B move, nice little platform, does a decent amount of damage and it does damage over time. The final ability, it's the best one, of course, deals a bunch of damage to bosses, especially against solos. It's also pretty good. Oh, I didn't even know that was in form anymore. First form, the only form, kind of get extended M1s. That's really it. C spec, it's the same as the V, except it does a little bit more damage, and it does a little bit of damage afterwards. No Q spec, no E spec. Overall, it's a nice early thing as well. Definitely best for grinding along with Shadow, but I mean, I haven't even shown that yet, so. Next, we move on to Borumaki, which is, in my opinion, the best one that I've done this video. So, first form, I'm just going to show you the abilities, but the Rasengan, you need to click, does a little dodge, very quick, it's almost impossible to hit them during that. B, do like a little portal and it attacks them, right, it's pretty good damage. The N ability is the best for grinding in my opinion, and the only reason why it gets at least something in grinding, just because it does this, which disrupts bosses very easily and allows you to just go in for M1s if you need to. The C spec doesn't change, so I'm gonna go to mode 2 real quick. The first stage I don't believe has anything else good. So this, it's like a little blue light, kind of deals a bunch of area damage. Q spec, I believe it's a form of counter, if I can remember correctly. No E spec at this form, but once you go into mode 3, right, none of the abilities change, unfortunately. E spec changes to what the C spec is, so now you have that on just constant, you have that on as another constant move. Waiting for the other abilities. Q spec, double Rasengan, bunch of damage as well, and your M1s change now. You get orbs, kind of like a Sengoku. C spec, more double Rasengans that does a lot of area damage, which also helps with its grinding. But then again, again, it's super difficult to get that final form because the boss is just kind of annoying to get, and it doesn't really have the greatest of drops in my experience. But yeah, that's the total so far on all of the abilities. Now, this is the end of the video. If you have any comments, any concerns, anything you'd like me to do differently, if you want me to change something up, please tell me in the comment section, if anybody even ends up watching this. But that'll be it, and I hope you guys have an amazing day and tune in for the next video.